Hey now. So, there are two types of teams, one that applies the pressure and the other that feels the pressure. Welcome back. Welcome back. I am Love Rain now. Let's get to it. Week 3 of the NFL is here. It's finally here. I love Sundays. It's the most wonderful time of the year, and both my teams are playing at the 4:30 slot. So, there's going to be a dilemma. So, I know that I will be watching the Baltimore Ravens in its entirety because I'm in Baltimore. However, the Las Vegas Raiders game, it won't be televised here, so I will have to catch the highlights and throughout the game highlights, and then of course the post game highlights. So that's when I'll talk about that maybe later on this evening. So let's get back to it. So let's see which one of my teams are going to get the dub today. Since they're not going head to head, I can cheer for them both collectively today. I'm pulling for both teams to get the win. So let's go. In this segment, I'm going to chop it up about the Raiders versus the Carolina Panthers game. So week 3 concerns and expectations and possible key matchups to watch out for and who's starting and who's not. Okay. And so some concerns for the Raiders versus the Panthers game as it pertains to the Raiders. So Gardner Minshew, getting him off to an early start as far as getting him hot. He has to be hot right out the gate. Now wait until the second half or the beginning of the fourth quarter. He has to start out airing the ball. I guess chucking it down, and that's okay too. But the long shots down the field, connecting with Adams and Bowers and Tucker, even that's so important right now to get him off to a hot start. Yeah, we are playing the Carolina Panthers, but this can be a trap game if we let it. So we have to get Gardner Minshew out off to a fast start. And let's see. Another concern is we have to find and commit to our offensive identity. They've been talking about that over and over all week, and that's going to be a challenge. I think they kind of, I don't know if they found it last week or if the Ravens were just that bad. The defense was just that bad. The Baltimore Ravens are the bottom, or at the bottom, the very bottom of the league when it comes to pass defense. So maybe the Ravens were just that bad. I'm not really sure, but today will tell the story as far as the offense goes. And let me stay on point because I'll get off topic really fast. We also have to get White and Madison going, and that has a lot to do with the offensive line. Offensive line creates holes and gaps and all those things, and so they dictate the run game, and they also dictate the passing game. So the offensive line has to be stout and do its job. Also, JPJ needs to get out there and have a statement game. This will be his first game of the season if he plays. Last time I checked, he was supposed to play. I'm not sure if it's still, the same or not, but yeah, he's supposed to play today because it is Sunday. It's Sunday at 2:35, so I'm really late doing this, but it is what it is. I'm still here. So Whitehair wasn't really the answer last week, the past couple of weeks. So even though we won against the Ravens, he still wasn't really a factor in a positive way. So hopefully JPJ will be out there and he can make a statement game. I'm thinking it was more of the Ravens defense, a lack of discipline, as it was the Raiders offense, lighten everything up. But they did, however, come to life the second half, particularly the fourth quarter. Yeah. So they definitely made some halftime adjustments. I don't think the Baltimore Ravens did. And so what else? The offense is still suspect. It needs to figure things out. It's time to get them rolling and establish a hard-hitting offense identity. Same as the defense. They need to match the defense. The defense is a hard-hitting defense. Everybody in the league knows their identity. The offense has to establish the same identity so they can go hand in hand and work collectively as a unit and special teams as well. So I don't really have anything for special teams. I don't think any complaints. I'm not really sure. No. We'll see at the bottom. So expectations and keys to victory. JPJ, as I said in the previous statement, JPJ needs to have a statement game. And Zamir and Madison needs to run the rock with help from the O-line, creating holes and gaps. just helping them find their rhythm and getting going early and pound the rock. It all goes through the O line, as I said, the run game, the pass game, it all goes through the O line, and that's a lot of teams around the league are having O line issues. It is only week 3, but you still want to win in spite of. So hopefully we'll pull out the dub. Ball protection by all means, and also short field advantages for the opposing team is something we don't want to give them. All right, this is Andy Dalton. This is not Bryce Young. So Andy Dalton is a veteran. However, Marvin Lewis is he is on our team, and he is aware of Andy Dalton's shortcomings and his abilities. And so, because he did draft him after all, so that's on that. So no short field advantages for Andy Dalton. The defense is expected to have an exceptional game per usual, but do not underestimate the Panthers, and by no means play down to the opponent. No matter how terrible the team's record is, just like last week, everybody thought the Raiders were going to lose to the Baltimore Ravens because we supposed to suck, and we came out the victors. The same can happen with the Panthers. So we have to not be that team and keep our foot to the pedal, to the gas, to the ground, however you want to say it, and pull out this win and play all 4 quarters decisively and pull out this win. Coach Graham wants the defensive takeaways to increase. He wants interceptions. He wants pick sixes. He definitely says one of our keys to victory is to get Jones and Hobbs involved and to have the see ball, get ball mentality throughout this game and all games going forward. If Minshew and the offense can stay on the field long enough so that the defense won't get gassed. The first game of the season, the defense was holding the Chargers run game in check until the last quarter, and they just were gassed. And so that's when they started to have their running game breakthrough because the defense wasn't really getting any rest. So the offense needs to make plays. It needs to convert on downs and keep our defense off the field so they can rest and be ready to roll when it's their time. And let's see some key matchups. Offensive key matchups is possible key matchups. Okay, this is me. Brock Bowers versus Shaq Thompson. I'm not sure if they're going to match up. I'm just saying. But he's the Panthers defensive leader, a hard-hitting sideline to sideline playmaker whose instincts and awareness is outstanding. Okay, don't let the Carolina Panthers reputation and their record fool you. They are NFL players, okay? And keep your eye on this possible matchup. You can throw Tucker and you can throw Jacoby Myers. Myers? I think it's Myers in the mix as well. They may match up against him. I'm not really sure. So keep an eye out on Shaq Thompson. Devontae versus J.C. Horn. He is an athletic competitor, and he will go after the ball. He definitely has that see ball, get ball mentality. Adams will have his hands full going up against this kid for real. And let's see who else. Minshew versus Jadeveon Clowney. Jadeveon Clowney coming off a career-high 9.5 sacks in Baltimore last season. Clowney is still trying to find his sweet spot in the Panthers edge position. I remember he is athletic, and he's long and lanky and off the charts, as he may have a breakout game today. So let's just keep our eye on that Jadeveon Clowney pass rush or edge rusher game. And who else is in C? Defensive matchups. I think Hobbs versus Deontay Johnson. This may be one to keep an eye on too. Johnson has 5 receptions for 6.8 yards per reception and 3 receiving touchdowns. So yeah, that's going to be a good matchup. The run game with both the Panthers and the Raiders are struggling with their run game. So they both have issues with the run game. So hopefully the Raiders will have a breakout game and not the Carolina Panthers. And let's see, because the Panthers O-line sucks too. So it's like, I don't know, it's just something that, I guess there are no O-line, no O-linemen waiting around to be claimed like before the trade deadline. So I guess the teams are just stuck with who they're stuck with. I don't know. So it's got to be better with the Raiders White Madison tandem. They have to break through in the run game this week and ignite that spark. That's important. I think you just keep at it, keep at it, keep at it. Some teams, they see that they stop with their run game because they see the other team is scoring and they panic. But as long as you pound and well, who am I? But in my opinion, as long as you pound and pound and pound, you're gonna break through. You're gonna wear the defenses down. So you have to keep at it and not panic. That's what the Baltimore Ravens do. They panic a lot and they pull away from the run game. Well, offensive coach Tar Monken does. And so it's a perfect week to do that. And it's the Ravens, the Baltimore Raiders. I gotta stop this, y'all. Y'all bear with me, okay? It's gonna be a long season with the R's. But the Las Vegas Raiders it's their home opener at Allegiant Stadium and against a team who struggles with the run. So we can get them. Let's help out our defense and get that run game going. Raiders Nation. And that's about it for the Las Vegas Raiders. Let's fucking go. Okay, I'll see y'all post game. Yeah. Raiders.